So as many of you guys have seen, as of today, December 8th, 2025, today there has been pretty much a civil war within the underground in various camps and various scenes within the space, right? We got the whole Oway collective, we got Nine Vicious, we got Apollo Red, alongside Destroyer Lonely, joining in on the great underground war of 2025. So much stuff has went down today. I feel like it's been all over the place. But in today's video, we're going to talk about how Destroyer Lonely found his way into this whole beef. So let's get into it. So this is how Lone came in the picture. Was because that dude Reezy said it right here. Dude's asking for Lowe's, his location, acting like we ain't hard to find, like Lone wasn't in the studio looking scary as hell 2 days ago. Okay, so now Destroyer Lonely enters the picture. Top floor boss, Baby Money, enters the picture. This is the first one right here. All right, so he quote tweets it talking about, LOL, I came to talk to your big homie, not the small fries. Leave me out the JV business. Scared? I walk in by myself like usual and left untouched. Like usual. All y'all hoes if you ask me. I'm not Apollo nor Nine Vicious. Leave me out the little kid beef. The top floor boss said, I walked in, I walked out with not even a scratch on me. Then we said, yes, I was in the studio. Yes, I left untouched. Yes, I'm the only real right in this convo. Yes, all these dudes is dubs and would never even think about touching me. Leave me out of it. Does another quote. See, he reposted it and so far I think quoted like 3 or 2 times. Then Lone says, everybody asked the gangsters why they ain't touch me. I try to keep things cool and calm. And I understand why Lone would involve himself within this beef, because he's basically saying like, yo, we seen Lone, we basically punked him, bro. He left scary as hell. Now you can't really have that float around, so Lone basically cut that as soon as, you know, it didn't even have time to marinate. So I get why Lone entered it. He said, FN on me, and not for nothing. I don't know none of y'all. He talking about, you know what? Okay, damn, we still have hella, okay, holy. When a dude do something to me, I'll continue the convo. We not the same guys. We not even in the same tax brackets. Okay, so Lone's is basically popping it now. So apparently this dude Reezy and Lone grew up with each other, something like that, because obviously Lone was like, yo, I don't know y'all, boom, boom, boom. But then this dude Reezy is talking about, yo, we like grew up with each other. What do you mean you don't know me? So this is DMs from 2020 with him and Lone. Why I never knew we played baseball together. Oh, so apparently this dude Reezy and Destroyer Lonely played baseball together. All y'all dudes know me in real life, trying to cap for the internet. Stop telling on yourselves. Basically what I've came to find is that this whole thing is a he said, she said, that's wrong, this is right, no, I'm right, no, he's wrong. He tailored the situation towards him, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, the second thing I learned is what Creativity was saying. Atlanta seems very small. I've never been to Atlanta, but Creativity, y'all know when we talk to Bree, he's like, yo, Atlanta's small, bro. This basically proves it, right? And we basically already knew that Lone knew these dudes, right? Because even before Destroy Lonely even blew up, if y'all remember, when Lone dissed Southside Silhouette, this was years ago. This was even before Lone joined Opium, I'm pretty sure. So he's, you know, been around this camp for years, right? Then he said, okay, so he doubled down talking about, I can't name a dude from the camp that stayed in the studio with us more than 6 minutes. So he basically dissed Apollo and Destroy Lonely, saying Destroy Lonely basically got punked out and Apollo Red and all them ain't staying in the studio for no more than 6 minutes. Lone claps back. Slime told me to go to the strip club with y'all. He said he was gonna put y'all downstairs because y'all can't play with peas. Y'all can't even spend no money on. Okay. All right, we're on maybe tweet, I don't even know, like 10 from Lone. This Reezy dude claps back at Destroy Lonely, talking about, cap about what? You came in the studio and acted like you ain't know us, when you very well do. Damn, so he's saying like, bro, you saying you know us, you know me in real life. That's what Lone said. But when you came into the studio, you was on some like big bro ego, I don't know y'all type thing. That's what the Reezy dude's saying. Now Lone quotes his quote, talking about, you're friends with dudes who clone me. Dior asked Ian Connor, to put me on the phone because he didn't want no smoke. I have no reason to talk to him. You're weird and broke, so I definitely wouldn't talk to you either. Are you an R word? Okay. Upset because I didn't speak to you is gay. Okay, go off Lone. We're on tweet maybe 15 from Destroy Lonely. So now Diorvsyou now enters himself into the Reezy, Destroy Lonely. Now this has become a triangle. Reezy, Lone, Diorvsyou. Okay, we're here because obviously he spoke about Dior within this tweet because it was just Reezy. Now he spoke about Dior. Now Dior has entered the chat. Diorvsyou has entered the Royal Rumble. Talking about, bro, gang, you called me and said you left the studio in LA because Tezzus walked in on you and you ain't have no fire. Stop belittling dudes. Stuff catch up to you. Everybody human. Okay. Next time y'all see me, just do something. Do y'all want a picture or to be my friend? Of course I'm gonna leave if a random walk in my studio. So he calls Tezzus a random. I'm one of the biggest artists around right now. Are you an R word too? Okay. Let's keep going back. Oh, Dior DM. Don't let the internet drive you crazy. This was May, I'm guessing, of this year. Everybody got a place on this earth and inspiration is wide range. So I'm guessing this is when Dior and Lone went at it, right? Y'all remember because Destroy Lonely told Dior, inspiration is inevitable. You want me to sign you? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Be motivated to be even more different. Trust me, this stuff is exactly as it looks. I know it's hard to believe because distastefulness thrives in your ecosystem. Damn! But don't confuse me with what you're used to. Food for thought. 3:50 in the morning. Good Lord. I love you, bro. I be psyching out in this stuff. Dudes don't be none like me. But I love you for every path you've shown me I can take. Okay. How did the Dior X Lone thing come about? Oh, it was because Dior basically was saying that him and Lone were in the studio together, boom, boom, boom. Then Lone basically called that out, right? Okay. So it seems like Dior never had a problem with Lone. It more so seems like Lone didn't really like how Dior, people call Dior like a Destroy Lonely clone, boom, boom. I could see where they're coming from, but I don't really believe it that too much. It seems like Dior is just like, yo, it's all love. Like, you inspired me, boom, boom, boom. And it seems like Lone just didn't like that. We have made it to the final tweet. Talking about, nah, you tried to knock me. Dude's talking money, never showed 100K before a label deal. You acting tough as hell for no reason, bro. You was never like this. Okay, so Dior is basically calling back now to the situation where Destroy Lonely was like, yo, should I sign you? Basically trying to like son him, right? So he basically recalls that, saying he never had money before a label. And then Destroy Lonely says, everybody on this internet knew I had money before my deal. Why you keep lying to yourself? Okay, we have made it to the end. Holy. So Apollo the only one backing 9 Vicious? Yes. It's basically 9 and Apollo. I guess you can say Lone, but Lone basically told them boys, like, y'all in the JV team. Like, it kind of just, remember when YVO was first announced and everyone was like, yo, the JV team of Opium. Lone basically confirmed that theory. Obviously it's not real, but he was like, yo, y'all on the JV team, boom, boom, boom. And then, yeah, basically Lone was like, keep me out of this whole 9 Vicious thing, XYZ. So it seems like it's Owe with Skate and Diamond and Tezzus and Dior. And then we got like 1300 Saint, who's kind of like on his own, right? Because he has to play middleman because he's cool with Owe, but obviously he's YSL and he's cool with 9 and Apollo, right? And 1300 Saint said he didn't want to be involved. So it's Owe, 1300 Saint, then we got Apollo and 9 and Destroy Lonely. So that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Holy. Because this is like a 10-way match type thing. It's crazy.
It's always 2 sides to this shit, bro. It's more than 2 sides in this one. Everybody has their own opinion.
That's what the whole thing is. That's literally what the whole thing is. It's he said, she said, he's wrong, he's right, I'm right, he's wrong. No, this didn't happen. No, this happened. Boom, boom, boom. It's just holy. Elimination chamber match.
I'm the only nigga that's looking at this shit from a balanced perspective. And it's like them niggas that they want me to defend.
Talking about 9 Vicious.
They want me to defend. Didn't defend me when it was time. You feel me? Like,
that makes sense.
Really don't show no love. It's just like, I love him. So I'm not gonna do no shit like that. And the niggas that I could side with, I'm not siding with because they not correct neither. Like,
Away all them.
nobody in this shit is right. It's just about accepting the fact that everybody is wrong and apologizing. But nobody gonna do that shit because everybody is egoed out to it. So
Yeah, I completely agree with them, right? There's going to be no civil way any of these people find a conclusion. There's no gonna be like, you know what, bro? You're right. Let me go on Twitter and tell everybody I was capping and your side of the situation was correct. That is not gonna happen. It's not. Everyone just gotta drop it. Like, that's the only way I see this settling out. Or they just gotta throw hands. Like I said, they just gotta throw hands, bro. They gotta box it out. That's really like the most, like, honestly, the only way they could do it at this point. Because like I said, you know, nobody pulling up on anybody. Nobody's gonna get popped. It's not happening. Like I said, put everybody in the studio, clear out the studio, move the chairs out the way, move the equipment out the way, get the gloves, and let everybody go at it. And once everybody get their ones off, then I say, have a convo, boom, everybody, you know, roughed each other up. All right, we talk it out, boom, 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 we gone. That's it, bro. I feel like that's the only way, like, at this point, bro. Or the way that this can mediate is that they get like Thug and like Cardi to like de-escalate the situation, or Thug gotta step in and pull a 1300 Saint, Skate, 9, Paulo, Dior, Lone, Diamond, Tezzus, Call Me. That's the only way it might happen, or might chill out as well. Yeah, and it's crazy because like all these dudes are from Atlanta. They're all gonna eventually run into each other, bro. Especially being within the same scene. Everybody's gonna run into each other, bro. And like they're all from the same city. Why like kind of like tear the city apart when y'all all have something going on? Like I said, they all have crazy momentum going into 2026, and this was just not needed. Like they could have all really formed like the most insane like power movement if you just combine everything. But at the end of the day too, with this, people got clout, numbers, money, egos are definitely at an all-time high. So I don't think that's gonna happen, but holy. Low Got It said fade it out. 9 just give Tezzus his fade game because all this stuff just gonna keep going on after that. Y'all dudes leave it alone. Stuff burnt. Dior, you give Apollo his fade. We're just gonna leave it at that. We got millions to make. This holding us up. I agree, bro. They should just set up the underground boxing match, bro. Have Duty be the referee, or have Duty be the commentator, and just have like the craziest underground card. Dior versus Apollo Red, main event. Tezzus versus 9. Who's gonna perform at halftime? It's probably gonna be Saint because he cool with every side. Probably have Saint as a performance. Boom, everybody can do their thing. Host Brativity, yeah, they do it down in ATL, something like that. But nah, like I said, I do think, yo, just box it out, bro. No cameras, no phones. Make sure the security cameras is turned off. Nobody has video recording of this. Boom, y'all fade it out, y'all talk it out. Boom, shake hands. Cool, be cool. I bet. And if they don't want to be friends after that, cool, bro. Just don't talk to each other, bro.